What up, bitches? It's the MisanthropikOne, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant / review. Mac Miller's debut studio album called Blue Slide Park. Before I go into the album, y'all know I like to give a little history or whatever. A lot of people wanted to know my thoughts on this kid Mac Miller, and you know, a lot of people been asking me for months, yo, what's up with this kid Mac Miller? What do you think about him? And it was only a matter of time before I would give you my thoughts, and I just wanted to hold that one because his album was rumored to drop soon, so I wanted to make one full video about the thoughts and the review. So, you know, I heard this kid was buzzing for a while, and you know, I decided to check him out, and the first video I saw by him was what was it, Nike's on My Feet, and I thought, yo, this fucking song is ill. It has a fucking old school 90s, mid-90s feel. Fucking loved it. And I forget what other video. He has like multiple videos out on YouTube, y'all already know. And I saw a few of them, and they all had that same feel. So I was like, okay, this dude, I'm looking forward to his fucking album. Like what he's spitting. He gets a lot of criticism because people say that he talks about weed and partying. I mean, I guess he does, but again, you know what I always say, it doesn't matter what you rap about, it's how you rap, and he does it in his own way. You know, he doesn't try to pretend to be all hardcore and shit. You know, he's just a fucking kid, you know, and he's rapping about smoking weed, partying, his come up and whatnot, and he does it relatively well. So I mean, I can't really hate on the kid. I like him, you know. Well, let me say this: when I first heard his shit, I was all over it, and you know, I guess that was on some mixtape shit. I don't know. I never really went out of my way to try and download it for some reason. I don't know why, but I did like his music, and again, I looked forward to this album, Blue Slide Park. So, my thoughts on the kid and his style. I know people want me to bash him because he's relatively a new rapper and shit, but I'm not gonna do that, you know. I mean, I just hate people. I hate MCs that, you know, you can tell that they just come in the door and they just want to make a quick buck and shit. And I don't feel that from him at all. I even went as far as to look up his influences, and some of his influences are dope as hell, like Outkast, the Fugees, Farside and shit, you know. So I can't really hate on the kid. So those are my thoughts on Mac Miller himself. Let me move on to this album. First of all, I'm going to start off with the artwork. I fucking love the fact that it's sort of enigmatic in a way. Like, it has his own symbolism, probably something that means something to him, you know. I love having to think about what the fuck is this. I mean, it kind of, you know, speaks for itself, as in Blue Slide Park, with those having the color of trees, the triangles having the color of trees and shit. But I like little shit like that. It just gets boring seeing a fucking rapper's fucking face on a fucking CD 30 fucking times, you know. Alright, I know it's you, but give me something that'll make me think. So props to Mac Miller on the artwork. As for the production and features on this album, there were no features on the album, and I like that. There were no features on the album. He went all in by himself. He could have got features, but he didn't, because he's buzzing right now. He could have easily got anybody he wanted, but he didn't get anybody. So I give him mad props for that. And, he just put himself out there, take it or leave it. So, Mac Miller, you get my respect for that. As for producers on here, let me mention these guys. You have Rich Reynolds, ID Labs, Mansions on the Moon, Clams Casino, Young L, and that's about it. With ID Labs doing most of the production on this album. Let me get into this album real quick, because I don't want to keep y'all here all night. Lyrically, again, like I said, with Mac Miller, you're gonna get the whole, living this young wild life, and talking about his come up, like I said before. It's that's all you're gonna get, and I don't want anything more from him. Yeah, maybe a little bit more storytelling. He does do storytelling on here, but that's about it. I don't, like I said before, there's nothing really you can hate on the dude for. He's not a hardcore rapper. He's just him. And lyrically on this album, it's okay. I'm not gonna bitch too much about the lyrics. What is there? How many tracks on this? 16 tracks. Some of my favorite tracks on here. I love English Lane, Blue Slide Park, which is a title track. Party in Fifth Ave. Love the Unwind Yourself sample that they use, that he uses, excuse me, but it should have just been that by itself, but the chorus kind of made it feel a little bit awkward for me. I don't know, and it was production wise too, not lyrically. What else? I love Of the Soul, especially like the title, because that's sort of like a tribute to De La Soul. What else? There were some songs on here that I felt shouldn't have been on the album, like Up All Night. That track just, it didn't fit the vibe on the album. I mean, I see what he's trying to do and where he was going with it, but that belongs more on maybe a Beastie Boys album, because they're that type of hip hop where they could get away with being experimental, What else? Diamonds and Gold, dope ass song. Love the lyrics. He's talking about a woman who basically got fucked over, and in the second verse, how she's the one, how she became bitter and angry, sort of like how I am, but in a female form. And that's dope. The track Missed Calls, sounds like that track should be done by like Kid Cudi or something. I didn't think that fit on this album at all. Now, to me, what really kind of dragged this album down for me was production. Not to say it was completely horrible, but I felt that after listening to Mac Miller and his previous work, I was looking forward to that, but it seems like he's doing this, he's going for this sound that a lot of these new rappers have. And I mean, I guess Mac Miller. I guess if you're gonna go in that direction, I understand, but you know, I just can't stand when motherfuckers come out with mixtapes or shit to get on, and they'll come in a certain way and hook motherfuckers in, and then when you look forward to the album, you know, the album is somewhat mediocre. But I don't know. I don't feel the production was up to what it could have been. You know, it was mixing, like, again, Party on Fifth Ave. It had that old sample, but yet when it came to the chorus, they had to throw in those new sounds and shit. And I was like, come on, man, you know. Yeah, I felt production held this album back. That's just how I feel. In conclusion, my rating of this album, I would give it a 6 to maybe a 6.25, in that range. It's listenable lyrically. It's listenable. Some of the beats are dope, but I felt that even on some of the songs with good beats, I felt that something was missing, you know. And again, like I said, if you listen to Mac Miller's shit from his previous work, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, he had a definitive sound, and now it's like, alright, well, now the album's out, I'm just gonna jump on some new clean ass fucking beats, and you know, whatever. Again, I don't hate the dude. Album's a solid listen. Go check it out. What the fuck do you think? Y'all already know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate, most of all subscribe, support dope music, stay tuned for more rants and reviews. Peace, bitches.